We have a lot of catching up to do.
We do. And we start this segment with a Fox News alert. Something you might not have known about. The largest oil refinery strike in 35 years is entering its 4th week. You probably haven't learned a lot about it. This is, we learned it's affecting 1/5 of all U.S. oil production. 6,500 members of the United Steelworkers Union at 15 plants, including the 12 refineries, are demanding higher pay. The strike began after talks for a new 3-year contract broke down, with sources familiar with the negotiations say the talks could resume as early as this week. Maria joins us. Maria, is this why the price of gas went up 13 cents the past week and 13 cents the week before?
Absolutely. I think with this strike very much in place and the idea that they have not even set a date for a restart in negotiations, this is keeping oil investors and sort of speculators in the market on edge. Because the truth is if the entire walkout were to happen, this would impact 2/3 of all capacity in the U.S. When you're talking about a potential disruption of 2/3 of the capacity of the production of oil and gas in the U.S., you're talking about the idea that prices may very well shoot higher.
Absolutely.
So that's what happened to oil in the last couple of weeks. And we talked about it first a couple of weeks ago when this first broke, this story broke, that this would be the one push-up for the price of oil. Until this is resolved, I don't see oil prices dropping all that much.
Do you know the issues without getting too gummed up in the details?
Well, at this point, the issues really surround a long-term security in wages. They've already agreed on health care benefits, and they've already agreed on most salary, but it's the long-term security in terms of short-term workers, the idea to have temporary workers on the job. This is really what
Does
they're
that mean non-union?
Non-union, 100%, absolutely. That's what obviously the union doesn't want, the non-union workers there. Shell and the oil companies are saying, look, we need this protection, whereas if this were to happen again, if we see a disruption in the workforce, we have non-union workers at the ready. They don't want that.
So break it down for everyday Americans out there right now. They're looking at a $2.30 a gallon price for gas right now. If this doesn't get resolved, what are they looking at?
If it doesn't get resolved, you're talking about elevated prices. I mean, I wouldn't, want to speculate that it goes back to where we were. I don't think it does, because there's enough supply in the world that I think oil prices do stay relatively low. However, they're not going to drop considerably from here because this strike is keeping a support in place.
And it's one of the most positive things to happen to the economy, to help to fuel people, put more money in people's pockets. So that's the administration wants. What are you going to be talking about in your show?
Well, we'll see about this. I mean, the wage issue is a big issue. This is a big week for business, you guys. Janet Yellen is on the Hill Tuesday and Wednesday. She's going to testify for her semi-annual talk in front of Congress. Wages will definitely come up because, remember, last week, Walmart raised prices for about 500,000 people. They've raised salaries, pardon me. And so now wages are on the table. The strikers here in the steelworkers situation, people want to see wages go higher. Wages haven't moved in about 6 years. So we're going to talk about that on the show. I've got Art Laffer coming up. He is Reagan economic advisor, so we're going to talk about him, where we are in the economy. In addition to Janet Yellen, you got the GDP out this Friday. Last revision to the GDP, as you know, weaker than expected. So that's going to be an important report.
If you want to see her over on Fox Business, just go to foxbusiness.com/channel finder, and there you will locate Fox Business on your key.
And if you want to see the bill, if you want to see Rent to the Building, just check out that one.
We just dash in.
You did?
Yes, we did.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's okay.
And we will find you in just a little bit. Thanks.
All right, thank you.